So if you watch my podcast, um, recently, then you'll know that I mentioned something about doing a video specifically for the time that we were at the NARB C, um, which is the national. I forgot what the A means, but it's like national reptile breeders can mention. Um, and so that that's what this bonus video this week is about. Um, so before I started showing you guys like the way that the day had went. Um, that I will say that um that while I wanted to do like um like a video kind of, or or do a a thing where it's I go over the vendors that I talked to, and what I learned from them and this and that. I will say that I had estimated the amount of stress and anxiety that this would bring. um I already know a thing about being around big crowds, so I already knew that was gonna come up. But I don't think that I really had understood the full magnitude. You know, being there is a one thing, but then doing the thing that I also wanted to do, which was to kind of engage, with some of the ministers, get something for information, that I feel would be helpful, you know, um, for those, like myself, who are dealing with various mental health can additions. So I get information about what the different reptile options are that could maybe fit into what that their like lifestyle is, what they're able to do in terms of the size that works the best for them, if it's low maintenance, because I know for me that um right now, with everything that I'm dealing with, you know, even though outside I look like I'm okay, but on the inside that I am not okay, and for me it's that whenever I do get a reptile, it's that I know for me that what will work best is one that is a lower a maintenance. I don't mean oh, that you can just let them be and not do anything at all. No. I mean the ones that that you don't have to have a crazy big and environments for as a forester forester like a habitat goes. They're set up, like um because for me it's that that's each day is a new day, right? and that I know that at times I go through like spells, and when that happens, it's like I need, to have like an animal that I love, but it doesn't need, like a whole lot of extra stuff. Um, you know, it's like I'm not going to no, like neglect like an animal, like I'm not, and this is why for me, I know that I would need something that's like a little, like lower on the like maintenance, like a setup, um, and like a that kind of thing, as well as they're not gonna get really like a big, you know. Um, it's all things that have to be like looked at, I mean, even for like somebody who's not like dealing, with any like mental health, can like additions, So that's like a big like a reason too. Like I want to talk to like a few of the like vendors there. Get like their like input on like care wise. Like what like species are going to be like a little bit like easier to like manage. Um, yeah. So that was really like important, like for me get information on so I can share it with others. Um, you know, um, yes, that snake discovery was like a really big like a reason for like it's like going, you know, um, but I'll show that like in its entirety, um, like either at the start or towards the like end like of this video recap. So anyway, we were supposed to leave about so anyway, guys, we were like originally going to leave around 7:30 to head over to the NARBC, but because I went back to sleep and thought that the alarm that went off, was like not the last alarm that I had set. Yeah. So we're about like an hour behind schedule, but I know that the doors first already like open because they open up at 8, and the doors for everybody else who doesn't have a VIP, they open up at about 10. So we're on the way there now. So hopefully I get to talk to some like vendors before we get in a line and all of that jazz, and before yeah, so like the line I had mentioned is for the like a meet and greet for snake discovery. So like I'm hoping I can like meet with some like vendors, but before it gets packed in there, just like to ask them like some things about like mental health stuff, like what they like recommend, based off of different guidelines. And yes, that little boy in the back seat is mine, who just happens to like act like extra like animated every time I'm on the phone because he wants to be in the spotlight. Yeah, but stay tuned. I'll start rolling again once we make it there. Oh, we're here. We're about to get our VIP passes, and and uh, and I think to me we parked at the wrong like door. So, yep. I'll be back soon. But yeah. So like the very first like vendor that I went to um was one that's called, and I'm probably going to like butcher this name, but it is Herpetological Society, and that the a man and the woman, like I don't know if that was his wife or not because I did not ask them, but they um put out like a lot of like information like about like a different species like of like snakes, that are like a native to like where that we like live at. um they also have this a really nice um morph of a blood a python. Now it wasn't like as big in terms of length as the one that was like next to it, but it was definitely like girthier than what the other python was, which looked like it could be like a ball python, maybe that was on the bin like next to it. But yeah, just for just like getting like in for like a limation, just on like different like species, and my little boy got to learn, some interesting. Uh, he got to learn some like interesting things like about this particular blood a python, like about it's like a morph, because like generally when you look at an albino of like any kind, like you think that it's gonna have like red eyes. Well, this one did not have red eyes. Um, and that's because it's like a different variation of like of the albino gene. Um, I think it was written down that it's a T albino. I know there's like a really like long like name for that, which I would butcher even if I attempted it. So, um, yeah, but I think it's one of those things that's like cool. It's like you learn something new, like it's like every single day.
Yeah. They don't have eyelids. But they have a scale that goes over their eyes to protect them. They can actually turn their eyeballs inside that scale.
But what are these white things?
Yeah.
What are the white things?
Those are just part of this pattern in the scales.
Be gentle, buddy. All right, DJ, tell him thank you.
I think this snake is the biggest one.
But they got
They
bigger.
got some more in there, but hey, do you want to go look?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There's even much bigger ones, right?
Okay, buddy. And so, like, after that one, I took the little one into the main, like, a room where they had, like, all the other, like, vendors at. Um, and so we went by this one vendor's station. And it's, and the, the name of their business is SMS. So they do sell ball of pythons. But what's neat is that they also have like these 3D model, like fidgets that they print. I mean, first like a 3D like printer. Um, and so what's neat, is that they have those, but then they also have like reptiles and like a Pokemon, and like dinosaurs and like dragons, and that like a lot of those they actually have like a movable like parts, so that acts as like a fidget, um to where like I mean every now and then like if like that if you have like a really bad like anxiety, like a panic attacks, there are times where you need, to have something that can like ground you, and like a fidget toy like in my book is like a good like option. It's like that when that I'm out like personally, like and that and it's like that I feel like I'm really like stressed out. Or like I'm overly like anxious or whatever it is, right? Um, and and it's like I need like a mental break because I can't deal with everything that's like going on like around me, right? So like I know for me like messing with like a fidget that does actually help. Um, so that like that's one thing like a look at if that you're going like through those kind of things that it gives you like something that you can touch like feel and like like manipulate and that works like both sides of the brain, I think, which in terms that it helps, that it helps to quiet down, like all of like the like anxiousness that you may have. Like I know for me, like at least that does help. It doesn't, but does it work every time? Probably not, but but it's of like a benefit, do you like depending on just like where my like levels are actually like at. Um and so um the little guy, as you can see the video footage, that he wanted a fidget, right? But what you don't see is that later on that we went back to the exact same like a vendor, and he got Charizard, a Pokemon, and then that I got T Rex. because he looks so cute. Yeah. So for me, like having like something I can like touch, feel, like I'm a like mess like around with, like at least like at home, because the T-Rex is kind of like something you have at home. You're not gonna like have like on you when you're like out like somewhere. But the like fidget toy that he got is something that you can have like out like with you, you know. Um, and so I thought that was like a really like cool, and like interesting.
This twins
Okay,
square.
so I'm at
SMS.
yeah. So I'm at SMS, and that they lots of different, like fidgets and everything, and the ones here are like a really like good, because they have like a lot of like a movable like parts to them, and of course he has to be in here too. Hey, are you see any that you like, buddy? Huh? Bud? Have you seen any that you like, DJ?
I need one more. One more.
So you're undecided, aren't you?
Yes, this is the one I was talking about.
So which one do you want, buddy?
And the other one will it?
Because you can only pick one.
I'm gonna pick this.
You gonna pick that one? All right.
That one's sweet.
And so then, like later on in the day, like after that, um, I got back in line. I actually was like in and out of the like line to like meet like Ed and like Emily from Snake Discovery. Um, so the a video like at this point is going to probably skip like a few like things like anyway. Um, excuse me. So anyway, so after we I met with them, which you're going to like watch, and I kind of let like a little one, like really like have like a one-on-one, I interjected a little bit, based off of what happened like the like last time. But otherwise that, it's like I wanted him just like to have that like moment, It was more important for me, that he got to like meet them and like talk to them, like about like reptile options and this and that, you know, um, so that way he can like learn about like like some different like reptiles, mainly snakes. Um, and so then like after that, took like a couple like pictures like of him and with like Emily, and then we gave them their gift, which is off like a camera. And so I kind of told like Emily that she didn't have to share the chocolates with like Ed. So like Ed, if you're like watching this, you can like blame like me. Um, but yeah, you know, um, it's just I don't know. It's just like a lot of the like videos that they post and this and that, like that. Like it helps, like it helps like me, like I take like a mental like break, when I need one. I mean, like it helps my little boy learn like more and more like about like a different species of snakes, of geckos, yeah, because they do have those too. Um, like I think they have like a frog. Yeah, yeah, it's like a frog where you can actually like look at all this like organs because its skin is like it's like a trans like apparent like a degree like which I think is like it's like awesome. Like I mean it's like wow, like like wow, it's like I didn't know that there was like a such like a thing like as that, and that piques like interest, um but anyway, that I'll show off uh a camera that we ended up getting some like merch from them too, like t-shirts, a keychain, fidget. Yeah, I know, right? And uh, oh yeah, and I got a beanie because yeah, I don't know if I'm going to buy like another like a winter coat, which is like neither like a here or there, but at least I have like a beanie. What I'm saying, like to keep my head warm when it gets cold. Um, and so yeah, so that was kind of like his like a highlight of the like a day too. So still in line, waiting to get like, up to the headline. So me like getting like Emily. So I'll be back in like a few. Yay! So asked my sister to go and knock out some of our stamps on our passports while we wait in our line. So I make sure that my kid stays entertained. Yeah, wish me luck. At this point, he is likely bored.
Yeah. Like you get your bills paid and stuff, and it's like, you got this much. We're trying to save for a house, and that the car wreck really messed up. Oh my goodness!
And there she is. I don't know if she got all the stamps yet. DJ stopped. So we left her for like a minute, and my mic is really starting to like kick in. But
And even Ward has a knife. He has a knife.
but I gotta get this done because I already wrote the stamp. I want to make sure that he can get a stamp, like in a pin, and hopefully like a t-shirt or something else. Go around to like some of the other vendors, and just like talk to them about like what's like a good, it's like a have what, like if somebody is, like needs like a fidget device or just needs something else, like to help them like calm down, like what's like some like a reptiles that are like low like maintenance, if that they're not able to do what what really like a big like a reptile or like a one that like it needs like a lot of like different like things and they just don't have like the room for it. So yeah. So we're almost at the end of this line. It's been about a couple hours. And I just can't wait to get this done and then go into talk to like some of the like vendors. And there she goes, trying to get some more stamps. I wish her luck. Something had like a couple more than like I get anyway. So yeah. Still in line, but extremely close to actually being up front to get our photos taken and to get our pins.
Your mom.
So yeah, this will be great. And for some reason,
This is my cape now.
somebody's trying to evade me. Yeah, so like, we're almost up there, so I'm hoping that she actually got the last couple stamps. But if not, then I'll knock them out and, for like us and get the extra pin and then go through and look at some of the vendors. Yeah.
51. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but I'll be back once we're like I guess like the first like 5, like next up in line. So we're like 2 people away from getting our pictures, and this is what he's doing until we get up there, because apparently he's super bored. So we'll be off shortly, and I'll flip this around. Yeah. But right now we're trying to stay entertained until we can get up there. He's just super hyper and excited. And I wait. And I dropped the pad. So, this is our second time coming here.
It's good to see you again.
And he gets a pen.
It's great to see you again, darling. And you've got the cape on. Thanks for wearing the theme. That's kind of cool. It comes with like a badge almost. Do you have any new reptiles since the last time I saw you?
I got this.
Oh, that's cool. What is it? They're like up. That's awesome. Are we all reptile lovers?
This house right now.
Yeah. You don't have a... My rule was I had to move out of my parents' house before I got my first snake. So sometimes it's yeah. It's fun just to look at all the animals in the meantime. What's your favorite kind of reptile?
The black one.
Oh, Mexican black king snakes?
Are you sure you don't mean a ball python? Because the last time that you said that and you were wrong. Because I had it on the video.
Oh, do you want a big ball python?
That big one was 27 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that is huge for a ball python. Or a boa, maybe?
No, it was a blood python.
Oh yeah, those get huge too. Yep, sounds about right. Those are known for having attitudes, but they're not as bad as people think they are. They just need some extra patience.
And even snakes can die.
Pardon? They can, that's true. Not everything lives forever. Or nothing lives forever, I suppose. But we love them while we have them, don't we? Yeah, that's when we had twin hawk noses. And this is Allie, our tegu. You might recognize this one. Who's that? Is that Rex? Yeah, nice. Should we get a picture together while we're here? Let's do it. Come on over.
And then after that, we went back inside where they had like the bulk of the like vendors at, and that's when that I went over to Bob's Balls. So like they specialize in like a lot of ball python morphs. And some are really like neat ones, like some really like beautiful ones, like some beautiful like uh, at like a clown morse, pie morse. Yeah, I mean, just some like a beautiful, like ball, like pythons. Um, and then that I also had asked him, it's like maintenance wise, like about the ball, like pythons, like what they need, like are they like low maintenance, like high maintenance, and and then like obviously it's like how big do they like it, because that is also an important like a factor too. Um, and like looking at like a different like options, and for me, I made like a point, like to try to find, reptiles that would be like a little like a lower like only like a maintenance skill. So yeah, we all know about like some like turtles that are like a little like a maintenance. But but I mean I mean like me like personally, it's like that it's like that I want it, like to like go, like out of like the like norm, so it's like I get away from what like everybody kind of like, like keeps, it's like the okay, so like find out about like animals, like reptiles, that I myself, like I don't really like know like so much about, you know, hence why I asked Bob's balls like about like a ball like a pythons like what their like maintenance needs are and whatnot, as you will see in the video clip. Um, um, and then like off camera, that had he gave me like one of his t-shirts, um, that was really like nice of him, because I'm a bit like Dragon Ball fan, and so like they're like so like they're like a logo that they have, like at their booth, like that it has like Vegeta, and he's like powering up or whatever like that, and then they have like their like name, like and I like on it like along like with that, and it's like the last time we had went, I really had a 1-on-1, but I stepped back because we already bought like a so much like a merch at that point that yeah, well you know how that kind of goes, right? So anyway, so I want to say thank you for doing that, um, and that means like a lot to me. So I want to say thank you to Bob's balls. So that my question is, so like anybody who doesn't have like a bunch of room, like in their home, like is a ball a python a good like option.
As long as you have a 3 to 4, foot tank, you'll be fine. It
Okay.
doesn't need a whole lot of space.
Okay.
So it's not like a retig or anything real big. You're looking at about 2.5 to 3.5 feet.
Okay. And then as far as like their like a maintenance, are they like at the like a top of the like a maintenance list or like okay? Okay.
Very easy as long as you keep the humidity and the the heat to where it needs to be. Super simple.
Okay. Sweet. And then so from like there, like I wanted to do uh like a short a clip on geckos, like on like on like geckos, I guess, that I don't know, it's like everybody doesn't like actually like know about. It's, I mean, they're like common, but it's ones that everyone may not know, like you gotta know like all the like details like about this and that. The same like thing I asked about, like is how big do they get. I asked about like what their like maintenance is, like what they need in order to like live thrive, like that kind of thing. Because again, I want to try to find the like reptiles that are like a lower like a maintenance, so that way that someone who's like dealing with like mental health can like additions, it makes it like a little bit like easier for them, like it makes it like a little bit more like manageable for them to like own a reptile if they want one. And so this takes us into Ragnar reptiles, where I learned a little bit about crested geckos. Like, just how big do they get? Like how big of like habitat that they need? What kind of things that they can have? And just like a general, like needs at all. Basically, it's like again, just like learning about things out there, like learning that they are like lower like maintenance, like a gecko. And so, it's just one of those things, just like think about, um, so like in case if someone didn't really think that they were, like manageable, they may find out that they are able, to like fit, into their like a lifestyle, to like what their like normal like is. I'm here with Brock Wagner Reptiles, and I'm just asking like about like what's like a good like gecko breed for like anybody that who needs like an animal that's like a middle to like a like a low like maintenance.
I would definitely say crested gecko because they do not require any source of heat lamp. They don't go above 60 degrees or above 80 degrees. Everybody can really take care of them. They don't take up that much space. Humidity, moisture is super important, but you can just get some water and a mister. Rinse it like every other day. It'll be just fine. They're super docile creatures who don't take that much energy to be put into.
Oh, okay. And, so I guess like 4 foot like tall and like a closure, or
Oh no. Basically, your enclosure might want to be like a 12 by 18. They
okay.
are arboreal geckos, which means that they like to climb on things. So if you added different plants for them to climb on. That's
Like a
beneficial.
like a branch, or like that they have, like I know that the like a boss, they have like a ledge like or something. Can you like add in like a that for their like in a closure, or is that like a no go?
No, that's totally fine. You also want to have a place where they can hide because they are reptiles, which means that they like to, as you can see down here, he's already going underneath the
Yeah.
towel. He's just looking a little bit tired. That's what they do.
Oh, but
They sleep in a
they look so like cute and like adorable.
Oh, they are. As they're babies, they start out about the size of your finger, and then when they're full-grown adults, they can be about the size of your palm.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So just how big do they like get? Like 4 inches, or a little bit bigger than that?
Probably like, are you wanting to include the tail?
Yeah.
Including the tail, probably around 8 inches, maybe. I don't know exact, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, they're a lot smaller than leech geckos.
Okay.
They're also surprisingly really soft compared
Oh.
to. I know that a lot of reptiles can be soft in a different ways. But
Yeah.
it's like a cotton soft.
Oh, okay. Nice. Thanks.
Yeah.
Then I ended the day, you know, talking to Adeline, like about her like artwork. She's always at like the like reptile shows, like working on like a painting, you know, um, and so like that we like talk like a little bit like about like what she does, like it's like the way that she got like into it, and like how much like that art like means, it's it's that the fact that art, it can be like a form of like a therapy, for like some of us, you know, and then like I don't know if this was a caught on like a camera or not, but I talked to her like about like my book, well, my memoir that I started, I guess like a couple like a years ago. And so it's basically done, as you know, if you've been like watching my like podcast. It's basically done like minus the like the cover, and the fact that I have to like format it. Okay. And that the like a reason, of me like not like putting it like out there yet, or me like not like finishing like the things I need to. I mean, like, despite the fact that the whole thing that it stresses me out, you know, that like like it hits on like my like nerves and stuff, but but like for me it's like the fact that like I think that the like a benefit from my memoir, that it far outweighs like the like a negative, and like when you're like dealing with like a lot of things like especially like mental health, um it's like sometimes it's like that you just get like stuck, you know like you can let like your fears, like I get in the way of doing something that that can help others, or also dealing with the same things that you are, or things that are similar to what you're dealing with, um, and so that so I'm talking to her about that and about my fears about it, and and before that we'll leave her at a booth, um, that I did add her to my list of YouTube channels that I keep on my YouTube channel, at the bottom, of hey, this would be cool for you to look at what that they do, this and that, because I think that art, or or learning about reptiles, or bonding with a creature, big or small, that it can help, it can offer you a form of a comfort, and offer you a form of support. But anyway, so right before that I left the booth, and I was talking about the memoir. She said, that she hopes, that I do get it done, and that I when it does actually get out there, I know that that's able, to I do what I wanted to do, which is to help others, so she wished me a luck with my memoir, and alright, so I'm here with Adeline.
Yes.
And so she always does a really nice art piece the reptile shows, and this year you're working on a salamander.
Yes, so I'm doing a marbled salamander piece. I had the great fortune of being able to find them in South Carolina when I went out herping at night, so it was really cool seeing them in person. And then figured I would paint one of the smallest things I've ever found on the big canvas.
Nice. Yeah, cool. So I know that art is a form of a therapy.
It is for a lot of people, yeah.
And so would you say that doing this and giving the money to help out with education and knowledge of the reptiles is I guess a bonus a good thing to be able to give back as far as that goes.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up with animals, and I used to actually breed a lot of animals, and I used to do educational shows with them as well. And so it's fun to be able to do basically a different version of that with the artwork. So whenever I paint animals and people see it, sometimes with people that are a little bit more afraid or nervous about them, it gives them a way to be able to get close up to the animal without being in person, and then that piques their interest where they want to learn more about them. So I always try to keep all my pieces to be fairly educational. I have the species name and the Latin name in there, so people will hopefully want to learn more about them.
Nice.
I like to showcase their natural beauty. So sometimes, people are scared of snakes.
Yeah.
They see a snake painting, and then they can see how beautiful they really are.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy what I do, and I'm very grateful to be able to do it. I never actually planned on doing reptile art.
No?
I've always worked with animals. I've always worked with reptiles. I've bred reptiles, and it actually took me leaving the industry to come back into it in a way where I started doodling after work. I would draw reptiles after work just because I missed them so much.
Huh.
And it kind of snowballed into doing this full time as of February of 2020.
Nice.
So yeah, very, very happy to be able to do what I do. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool because like I've like watched you at the like other show that was also here, and I think you did steak for that one. I think it was last time here.
Okay, probably. Yeah, I've done a lot of auction pieces.
Yeah, I think you also did like a guitar piece like recently.
Yes, I did do a guitar at Tinley, so that was really cool being able to paint on that. Yeah, I like to paint on different things just because they're fun. Keep it different.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
Then after that, that we left like out of the main room that had like the majority of the vendors in it. Now I do want to thank Timberline because that they've done this at like every convention that I've been to, and this is my a second one, and I have a feeling that they've done this at their other events that they're a vendor for, that that they gave all of the military veterans, but I mean a military active duty and whatnot. They gave them a free T-shirt, and that it has their a logo on it, it has something about a veterans on it. It's their way of saying a thank you. And and I just want to say a thank you, Timberland, because that's something that you really don't have to do, and I am I'm appreciative that you take the time out to acknowledge those who were in service and those who were in service. That means a lot to me. And on our way out the door, oh yeah, I couldn't help but stop to get another T-shirt. Did I really need another T-shirt? Nope. But I stopped anyway. And so, so that's basically how we wrapped everything up. Went outside, took last a couple pictures, that was basically it, and grabbed lunch and went back to the house. But the thing is, it's that every single like vendor that I spoke to, that I gave them like a quick like overview like of my YouTube channel, and that I explained to them, it's geared more towards like a mental health, like it's like that a lot of the mental health like monthly videos that I do, that there are things that I've like been through, are things that I'm going through, you know, um, because for me it's like that I know just how like difficult it is if you think that you are like a alone, like you don't have anyone, to like turn to or like talk to, so that's why that I do those like videos, because for me it's like a therapy. I mean, does the whole thing stress me out? Yeah. Does it cause a lot of anxiety for me? Yes. Did talking to some of these vendors, did that raise my anxiety levels? Yeah. That definitely did. Like, I think I had like a couple like panic attacks while I was there, but you know, but I got through them, and I think that's what's important, you know, that, it's like I didn't let that stop me, from like trying to make sure that my little boy that, that he was able like to go, and to, like have like a good time, and and like have like that moment with like Emily like one on one, um, and like learn about like some like reptiles that may be like a good option for like somebody who, who doesn't have like a whole like a lot of space, or who's not able to like deal with like a reptile that um needs like a lot of like things, where like their maintenance is a bit like complicated, where like it's extremely like specific, um it's like that I felt that it was like an important, for me, to try to fight through like my anxiety, and like everything that I was like dealing with like in my like eternally, to at least like ask, it's like it was like what do you have like that it's like a little like a maintenance, or like whether it's like like looking at like a fidget, and like looking at like a different ones that people don't really like think of as like a fidget, but it's something that can be like manipulated, it can like offer that like that grounding technique, that you may like need, if you're like overly like anxious, if you're starting to like panic, and you need to like like reel yourself like back into like what's going on around you. um but yeah, so that's what I really wanted to do. Thank you if you are watching this, and that I hope that you walk away with like a little bit of like knowledge on like on on I don't know, like a couple like reptiles at least, and you know, and just know like that you're not in this alone. You know, it's like you're not in this like battle like alone. You know, um, that there are others. You know, who are going through like the same thing or like a similar thing. You know, and and that helps at times. You know, like to talk to someone. You know, who is going through like the same thing or like a similar thing. You know, that does help too. You know. Oh, and I almost forgot that my sister, who came with us to this year's reptile convention, was nice enough to go around getting all of our snake discovery passports stamped. Um, while me and the little guy waited for our turn at the meet and greet with Snake the Discovery. Um, yeah, so I will admit that I kind of had asked her to come, to kind of help get stamps. In the event that we were stuck, like waiting like a bit. Um, you know that in fact that my little guy is like really excited like about like reptiles. So it's like trying to just like to keep him like a focus on just like a one thing, and instead of like wanting to to like jump to like another booth in the midst of like looking at like one booth, um so yeah, so I want to say this um, to my sister, if you're watching this, that I thank you and I appreciate you for coming through, like on this. Yeah. Um, you're a champion at my book, but I want to say thank you to all the vendors that I spoke with. Um, you know, um, that I do appreciate. You taking out like the time. Just like talk to me. Um, like even though like in like internally that like my heart was like beating like a mile like a minute because my anxiety was like way like up there. Um, you know that on the outside it looks like that I was like calm, but inside, no, I wasn't. Like I was yeah, what I felt, like I had to like keep it like I together, just to get some information that could be like of like I used like a someone else, you know, um, and if you watch any of my like videos, that I end them like the same way each and every single time, you know. So with that being said, until next time, hope everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.